Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel. Today I'll be going through the second last round of the home and away season, round 23. Here we go, we're getting really close to finals and staging for more blockbuster videos and live streams to come on the AFL. The first game is between Essendon and St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. Now these two teams, why do they deserve to play in fucking prime time? How? Just tell me, how do these two teams get to play bloody primetime games? Seriously. It's just embarrassing. These two are the shit clubs, but look, obviously Essendon probably be even worse than St Kilda. The Saints had a good win against the Tigers. They've won 3 in a row, but I don't think they'll make finals then. But will they be able to beat Essendon? They should be okay to beat the Dons at Marvel Stadium. So I'm going to tip the Saints to get this done. Okay, I'll tip St Kilda to get this done by, let's go, 30 points. And the big call is Jack Higgins, 3 goals or more. This is what you call prime time, but it's not really prime time. It's at 8:35 p.m. in Melbourne, which is 6:35 p.m. in Perth. And it's between Fremantle and Brisbane at Optus Stadium. Now, these two teams are really close to, securing a top 4, but they'll have to fight really hard in order to, secure a double chance. Look at Brisbane. They're a good chance to secure a top 4 spot recently, but now look where they are. They're 5th on the ladder after losing to Sydney. Dear. I don't know what to say. And it's off the stadium as well, so this could be a struggle for the Lions, as the Dockers play really well at Optus Stadium. So I reckon the Dockers will be too strong at Optus Stadium because it's their home ground, and the Fremantle supporters will lift their team. So let's go Freo to get this done. We'll say Freo to get this done by 16 points, and the big call, Voss to kick at least 3 goals and 1 more big call. The game will not go over 30 points and not a blowout. The next game is between Gold Coast and GWS at People First Stadium. This could be another good game at the moment, as the Giants, they're fighting for a top 8 spot. And the Suns are looking to secure the first ever finals history. They're currently 6-6 on the ladder, and they're in a really good position of doing that. I think if they win this, they should be locking in a final spot, definitely. Or even locking in the top 4. A top 4 spot. I dropped my pen. Well, anyways, the Giants obviously did have a good win over North Melbourne after losing to the Dogs a fortnight ago, where they were shit or something. So People First and Gold Coast, I believe they can get this done because they have a really good record at home. So I'm going to say the Suns to get this done. Let's say Gold Coast to get this done by, let's go 16 points, and the big call is Gold Coast wins all but 1 quarter. The next game is between Carlton and Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Now, damn, look. Carlton, obviously, they've lost 3 in a row in the past 3 weeks, and looking forward to, break the drought and win. But look at Port Adelaide, they've lost 4 in a row, and they've, look really struggling to, get the job done. They've got smashed by Hawthorn, Adelaide, Geelong, and Fremantle, but only just. Will Port Adelaide be able to, bounce back and get the job done? Coming off a goal loss last Saturday at the Adelaide Oval, it's in Melbourne, so I really don't know who to tip. Carlton's back on Marvel Stadium, so I might just go with them to go with the Blues to get this done by 8 points, and the big call is Charlie Curnow to kick at least 3 goals. The next game is between Hawthorn and Melbourne at the MCG. Now, look, Hawthorn, don't think them has much to say. Hawthorn obviously, trying to lock in a final spot against some against Melbourne. And the D's just playing for pride. Oh, I really don't know who to tip. I reckon I might tip the Hawks to get this done. Yeah, this has to be a Hawks. Melbourne, they're just playing for pride. So I think I've said the Hawks to get this done by let's go 37 points, and the big call is the Wizard kicks at least 4 goals. Alright, the next game is a big blockbuster between Adelaide and Collingwood at the Adelaide Oval. I'll definitely be watching that. Look, the Crows, they're just so good at home at the moment. They're getting clear on the top of the ladder, sending Collingwood down two places down, and they dropped the third. Dear. Now, obviously, look, Adelaide, they can just beat any team at the Adelaide Oval. They only lost to Geelong this year at the Adelaide Oval so far. That's during gather round. But look, Collingwood, they just could not beat the top 8 sides. I don't know who to tip. So, I think I might tip the Crows to get this done because they have a really strong chance to win this game and go further ahead on the ladder, on the top of the ladder. So, let's say the Crows to get this done by 13 points, and the big call is Taylor Walker to kick at least 3 goals. The next one's between North Melbourne and Richmond at the Blundstone Arena. Oh, damn. Now, obviously, North Melbourne, the last season at home in Tasmania, in Hobart, sorry. It's called Ninja Stadium right now, not Blundstone Arena. So, I did not realise. So, sorry about that. And look, Tigers, they've won 2 of the past 5 games. Well, obviously, they lost to Collingwood, Gold Coast, and St Kilda. A really close one. Can the Kangaroos, snap their losing streak and win another one? This is a really hard one to get. I think the Tigers would be the stronger team than North Melbourne because it's at Blundstone Arena. But look, it's at North Melbourne's home game. It's at Blundstone. I reckon North will get this done because it's at Blundstone and they play really well there. So I will just tip North Melbourne to get this done by 22 points. And the big call is, they win every quarter. The next one's between Sydney and Geelong at the SCG. Now, Geelong obviously wants to go surge up and play in the top 2, but the Swans, they may have other ideas. Damn. So, obviously, look, the Swans and the Cats, it's at the SCG. Geelong should be able to get this job done, but it's a danger game for us if we want to, secure a home final. So, we just have to win if I have any chance. Let's go with the Cats to get this done. I'm going to say Geelong to get this done by 25 points, and the big call is Jezza Cameron and Shannon Neal all combined for 10 goals. Jeremy Cameron is only 21 goals away from 100 goals in a season. The last game, no surprises, the Dogs and the Eagles at Marvel Stadium. West Coast, they were really good against Adelaide last week. That's probably the best performance I've ever seen the Eagles performed since against Essendon. Well, technically Essendon are fucking dog shit. The Crows are a good team, but the West Coast Eagles, they have improved. They brought it up to the top team last week, which is Crows, but still couldn't get the job done as Adelaide were far too good in the like 5 minutes or something. Well, in the result of that, they've secured the wooden spoon. The Dogs, they just have to win a big one in order to jump into the final. Sorry, I've got the hiccups, and it needs a lot of results to go their way. So no surprises that I am tipping the Dogs. Let's say the Dogs to get this done by let's go 67 points, and the big call is I don't know what's the big call, but let's say the Dogs will kick 10, 11 goals at halftime, by halftime. That's gonna do it for my round 23 tips, the second last of the tips. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video or a live stream. Alright, thank you all for watching.